guys? We are here. The heavily anticipated episode 5 of R.S.B. Real Sports Brothers. We got Sion Myrick style in the hat today, man. This dude, hey, he's already in the pod mindset. He shows up with different looks. This dude think he's slick. I know what you doing. I'm telling you. I like it though. I like it though. You got the style. You got the style. Tonight we are going to be covering the Ravens and Chiefs. The Eagles, we'll give a little NFL breakdown of what it looks like for the leaders of each division. We won't, go over like any Super Bowl things or anything like that. But in the up and coming teams, Green Bay obviously falling on their face. This little Steelers stuff. So I was very excited about the Steelers. So I'm prepared for what he's got. Obviously, everybody's seen Tyreek look like Willis McGahee. A little NBA blip. I've heard Zion's not fat, and a couple other things are going on. It turns out LeBron may be butt hurt. Sam Darnold. It looks like he's laughing at everybody. The Royals finished over 500. And of course, the college football segment, just going over some of what's going on in the standings, what teams look good. Actually, man, I'm not gonna put this out here, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it, and I hope you're not upset with me. So during the Florida State game, Myra, hey, you saw in the group chat. I'm telling you, y'all, that he had the emoji with the tears. It was like two, three of them. And I'm not even a dude who like gets into the emojis. He's never done the emoji, but he had three emoji tears when your boy was bobbling at the back of the end zone. So we both actually called. We don't really talk a lot during the week, but Myrick reached out to me. He's like, hey man, should we check on your boy? So we video called Cy. You know what I'm saying? We talked him off the ledge. Cy, you still good?
I'm yeah, I'm good, bro.
All
I'm
right,
good.
all right, all right.
He
You
had
read
he had 7 yards to catch that ball, but whatever.
incomplete.
He had a whole
That,
7 yards to catch it, and he just
it,
didn't do it.
okay. Well, I'm wait. I'm wait till you. I'm wait. We'll wait till your take, Si. We'll wait till you.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
I've got a quick take too before we get to the college segment. Before we get to the NFL side, incomplete. Okay, so
It was no, it was incomplete, bro. It was
I know,
incomplete.
I know, I know, I know.
What?
My bad. See, hey, I think I guess is that gaslighting? Hey, we care about people. Anyway,
Yeah.
Chiefs Ravens. A lot of people were all over the Chiefs. I'm not big on revisionist history unless it fits me. But for myself, I want to know, Sai, how you felt about a lot during the week. Nobody cared about these injuries on defense. Matabuke's been out. I think the
Von
one of
Noy,
the other, huh?
Van Noy, Van.
Yeah, Calvin Oy's
Yeah,
been out.
yeah,
These guys have been
yeah.
out and nobody cared because we look sluggish. Everybody said they held Worthy out for a reason. And we both know what it is. As fans, you don't have to be an insider to know he's a slight guy. The shoulder's probably not ready for real hitting. They probably made sure he could take a couple hits, told him get down, stay out of bounds, and everything. He
Mhm.
had free range of motion. He looked outstanding. It completely overnight, my take and my take only, that immediately looked like Andy Reid's offense. I mean, the passes were coming out. I think Mahomes did miss, I want to say, two passes down the field that were blatant. The one over the shoulder was, I mean, he just missed that to the tight end, Noah. I mean, he
Yeah.
just missed it. But other than that,
Yeah,
I really like the offense. For me, nothing changed on the defense. We have been handling Lamar in the past. We continue to do that. I don't know what it is about their coaching. When they face us, their offense makes no sense.
None.
They they didn't run
at
the
all.
ball. Lamar again. Look, bad plays because no, obviously he's not dumb. I don't even want to go there, but I mean, just bad plays. I just didn't see a lot that made sense that they were doing. So that's my take. I applaud what the Chiefs are doing, and we still got no run game. What y'all got?
You go
Um.
ahead.
The okay. What was the score? What was the final score? It was
I'm gonna say
It
38 to
wasn't
20.
something like it wasn't that close. It wasn't as close as the final score.
so
We'll say that.
everybody. The
37
Ravens.
20.
The Ravens have
Yeah,
given up 30 something. Everybody, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Injuries or not, they're going to give up 35 points.
Mhm.
That's what they do. They're a bad team. They got good players. They're a bad team.
That's what I was
They got a
going to
lot
ask
of
you.
good. They got a
Yeah.
lot of good players out too, but they're just a bad team.
Yeah.
Um, they don't cover. They don't get to the quarterback. They don't do anything. You know what I mean? And then on offense, they don't use Derrick Henry against KC. They just never do it.
Why
You know what I
not?
mean? It's
Why
like they're
not?
saying. It's like they're trying to prove that Lamar can beat the team. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
When really Lamar can beat you when you use Derrick Henry. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So they're a bad team. Now the Chiefs needed that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They
Yeah.
at least they didn't look bad against the bad team. They did
Agreed.
what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, Baltimore, man, they're a bad team to me right now. I thought they were great after week 1. Because of how they started against Buffalo, and then Buffalo came back on them. I was like, oh, that's two good teams, but no, they're not a good team.
Gotcha. So, Mark, I want you to be able to lay your takes real quick if you can. I want to add something to what Cy had ended up saying at the end there that I've said for the past 2 years, especially this year. When the preseason came, when they had the power rankings, one of the best teams, as far as they said, offensive and defenses, were the Ravens. I scoured that team, and I'm like, okay, Matabuke, okay, inside linebacker, I think Zay's legit. The tight ends had been fluctuating because Andrews
Yep.
is coming down, likely was
Yep.
supposed to be ascending. So to me, they
Mhm.
negate each other because anytime you're trying to fit two dudes who both you want to get the ball, you're only going to look about 30, 40 catches. So that ends up with one dude's amount of stats. And
Yep.
obviously, you had the run game. Aside from that, I kept saying, I'm like, this is a team who they're looking at the names and they're saying they should. They should. Hamilton should. All this should happen. But I did not think layer for layer that they really were deep with that names as far as proven talent, besides Queen and like I said, Mbuke on defense. Hamilton, had been playing nice. And then, so you look at about 7 people and you just said, well, that's just a juggernaut. And we haven't seen it. If you take away the killer run game, we haven't seen it. There's no murderous pass rush. You just had one dude getting 10 sacks and everybody else occasionally mixing in. So,
Yeah.
did you really think, my question to you before you give your take on the game is, did you really feel like, screw this game coming into the season, that was really that talent laden of a squad as far as the Ravens, offensively and defensively?
Um, Offensively, I thought that they could cause problems. Defensively, I saw at the end of the last towards the end of the last season, I saw defensively. I'm like, they've got holes. They're gonna have a problem. That this is not Ray Lewis's Ravens anymore. Just like we're not nobody's scared of you. Nobody's scared of them like that. They don't pose a fear or they don't impose themselves like that anymore. So offensively, to your take, I would say that they don't and inside what I said, they're not they have solid players that they do not use effectively. And they don't manage their players at each position that they have effectively.
Right.
That meaning why can't you get why can't you get Derrick Henry more touches? At least 15 touches.
Yeah.
At least 15 touches. Come on, man. Likely lit us up. I believe it was either in the playoffs or one of the
No, that was
games
regular
last season.
season.
Like
It was
we
like a.
had all over the field.
Mhm.
I was like, well, why can't you exploit that? Or I just think that they don't use that. Like goes back to our point that I want to try to make. They're forcing the issue with um
Come
with the
on.
quarterback with him, and it's just not. It's you can see it's forced. Like you can see there's so much is forced on Jackson. It's not, and it doesn't have to be. And that's what's so frustrating with them. Like
Yeah.
they could and like you said, them allowing 37, 30, 35,
Yeah.
30, 30 plus points a game isn't going to get the job done.
Yeah.
It's just,
Where was Justice Hill?
yeah, yeah. I think he showed up.
In
He had
He
one
he
big
Tucson.
caught
run
he got the
towards the end of
first
the
touchdown,
game.
right?
I think,
Yeah.
yeah, he scored that last touchdown, I
No, he
believe.
Yeah.
caught didn't he? Who caught the first
Oh,
one? I think it was Hill
okay.
when they
Yeah,
went
it
up
might have
seven
been. It might
zero.
have been. Yeah, because he did
Yeah,
have two.
okay.
He did have two. Yeah.
Yep.
But
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. They remember they had the 1-2 punch when they had them running backs, and I'm like, Justice Hill was still showed that he was fast last year. I
Yep.
understand what
Yeah,
you're doing with Henry, but it's like, so you're not going to Henry, so you're just not going to run the ball. And like I
Right.
said, you just keep putting it on Jackson. It's like that's not what it is. Him just dropping back light and you wait ain't what it is. It's the triple threat. It's the
yeah.
Henry pass play action him. That's what's going to get you.
And then
So
they look shocked when they get
They're not
blitzed.
setting that
yeah,
up. They're not setting that up at all. They're not run, play action. Okay, likely's open, Andrews, somebody.
Right.
They're not doing that. They're just not doing that.
And then
what
if
do
you're
you
if
think?
you're just gonna drop back, then KC's like, okay, they just gonna let us blitz, and then they look shocked when they blitz. You
The
know
house,
KC's gonna blitz.
the house.
The house, bro. The house.
Yeah,
It's like,
they
bro,
had.
what's your game plan? Is that your game plan? Like,
Yeah. Remember what you
okay,
talked about a couple of weeks ago, talking about going for it on fourth down. You had 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1. Derrick Henry wasn't in the game.
not in the
On the
game.
Not even in the
sideline,
game.
I was like, when they win it, I was like, how is he? Why is he on the sideline? It's fourth
Right.
and one.
That's a
Right.
guarantee because all you want, to me, their whole offense predicated off of if all you had to do is show it, we might give it to oh crap, everybody has to go to him because one dude can't take him down.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the Eagles showing though, Mark?
The Eagles.
I mean, sorry, Chiefs.
Oh,
Chiefs.
oh, Chiefs. I think, like you said, they're gonna baby Worthy alone. I think this was a fill out game. I don't even think he's 100%, but he was good enough to go. Like you said, hey, don't push it, catch the ball, run out of bounds. Um, I would like to see them do something with. I don't, and now it's to the point where we can't run the ball. It's not that we don't, we can't run the ball now because if you look at it, on one hand, I was like, well, why don't at the beginning of the season, I was like, well, why don't they put Hunt? Like, just let's start Hunt. Well, Hunt looks like he's doing a lot, but he averages less than Pacheco. I
Pacheco.
think he's
Yeah,
3.5. He's
yeah,
at 3.5,
yeah,
and Pacheco's at a 4, a
yeah.
paltry 4. So I can't say I have to back off my hey, let's start Hunt because
Yeah.
I don't even think he has the gas to go as much as they would need to, to make an impactful run game. He can't do it.
Bro,
Yeah,
I go
plenty
with
of
the
touches
rookie.
on him.
I put let the rookie do it.
Yeah, he looked good, and
No,
I think he didn't. I won't say he looked good. He's the type of back that Andy likes.
Well,
We'll just put
exactly.
it
okay,
that
he's McKinnon. I think that's what's happening. I think because if you looked at when you if you looked at if you looked at when it was as best, it was Damian Williams, McKinney, and then I forgot who the power was. That's the way it works. I think now because it looked like he just wasn't. He probably just didn't know the offense that well. Now that he's learned it, he's gonna be in the McKinnon role. So
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll use a 3-headed attack, and I think it'll work out that way because I mean, and Les Pacheco, but you already saw it. He made one good swing out the back, feel good for the touchdown, and he had another simple one that he looked upfield too quick and dropped
Yeah.
it. So I think you'll have a 3-headed monster, and like I said, the main thing that I'm excited about is defense. As long as defense stay healthy, we're going to be in it because the offense ideally just gets healthier. Hopefully, won't lose any key guys. I think defense is key. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
uh,
Your boy. I think even the announcer said it. I think the announcer's like, "Hey, your boy Juwan stayed up. We ain't been calling his number all night." I was like, "Man."
like I said, man, hey, it's matchups. Remember, football. It's always about matchups.
Right.
So actually, we'll see this week. That would be a good pass rushing team, but we'll get to the league leaders. The Eagles and Tampa. I'm not going to go over the game as much because it's more of an Eagle takeaway. I am proud of Tampa standing up. They were obviously missing players. They tried to run the ball. Baker almost got back in it. We talked about gamers. When you have
Mm-hmm.
quarterbacks who's willing to just get let back there and let it fly, he had two guys over 100 yards. Um, I think it was a very fun, exciting game. But I want to hear from these Eagles fans. I want to hear these Eagles fans. Like I said, they were all over our take. Right now, Jalen Hurts ended that game again with 130 yards rushing. They had 88 yards rushing as a team. The defense had, I believe, one score for sure. I thought two. Um, that's not going to win these games. Um, Saquon got bottled up. They're still matching the lineup. You are going to have to use your weapons. AJ finally did exactly what I said he would do. He posted a scripture,
Saw that.
a veiled scripture, which, as we all know, that was his Keyshawn Johnson. Give me the damn ball. You are not paying this dude this money to be a guy who finishes the season with 50, 60 catches. Guys don't want, I don't want to make a selfish take. Can't be an all pro if I don't have the numbers. I can't make the Pro Bowl if don't have the numbers. Therefore, I'm not going to be able to demand top pay if I don't have the numbers just because my name is A.J. Brown and I point, say, 3 years ago before I was with the most pedestrian quarterback who could do anything. I was lighting it up, and now me and Devontae are just extras out here catching little slot passes for first downs because we're doing it to win the game. Hey man, he got a ring already. It looks pretty good, but you want the accolades to go with it. The Eagles, obviously, I don't want to sound ignorant, are not in trouble. You play to win the game. They are doing it. But you're going to run into some problems if you don't figure out how to run your offense because even the 2006 Bears did not win the Super Bowl. Doesn't always work out that way, and this defense doesn't quite look as Ravenish as it does look opportunistic. And luck, I don't believe, lasts essentially what 21 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
by the
well, we're boiled
17.
down
Yeah,
21 to you
yeah,
don't
by
stay that
21.
lucky.
Yeah, we're going on 21.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my take on the Eagles. Mark, you got it.
Um, uh, I want to say they're it's it's and I hate to beat up on them, but Jalen Hurts comes out of the comes out and I don't know it did so I'm going to ask you this. During the game, did you see any moment that Jalen Hurts defined the win in the game?
No.
No.
Not in last week. Not in this game that just
Yeah.
passed. No.
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 And that happens more than not. So, and like I said, he's not a bad
If you
quarterback.
take out that's a yes or no statement. Because of his legs, because of the tush push, nah. A lot of times that what that comes down to because they're able to tick out the clock. Now, but that's tweaking what you're saying. Game defining plays, like what I'm saying, it was a big time play. It was just a stupid first down, but that's how you got to win the game. That puts you in position. So it's a yes or no question.
So I would like to somebody. I don't even know if they have an offense to open up. I mean, a playbook to open up the offense because this is what we've become accustomed to seeing. The
I know
slant
they do.
passes.
I think it's a style of play. I think it's like remember what we alluded to. He is a I don't want to make mistake quarterback.
So
Yeah.
you think they limit the playbook because of Jalen Hurts?
I think Jalen Hurts limits himself.
I
I believe
think I
no
think they limit.
offensive coordinator calls a play to get the
Yeah.
minimum. That is not what happens. What happens is you say, I don't care what level it's on. I believe everything goes like this. All right, this is the dude who should get it. But the line and everything else have to add up to it, and then you have your checkdowns. I think just like because they won't call him that, but because he's not checking down, he's checking he's whatever's there that his legs and the time allowed because he can extend plays and he is that dude who will even it's not a Patrick Mahomes type of late throw, but he can run and then let it go because you opened up because they're coming across. That's what he's doing as far as checking down. So yes, he doesn't. He's scared of that one-on-one bad play. I don't know why. He's got playmakers, but yeah, he'd rather just it's wide ass open, or I know the first down's right there, and I can actually carry three dudes because I don't know if you know, but I squat a lot. That's what it is. So yeah, he's holding himself back.
I think
But
they're
it's
all holding the team back. I think they just do what they need to do, the minimum.
Mhm.
I think they get up on team 7-0, 10-0, 13-3, and then they say, okay, 3rd and 4, let's run it, let's run the screen. They they're not gonna score on us anyway.
So they're the
And they
Lennox Lewis of football.
I believe,
they
yeah,
don't go
he's
with
right.
the
I think it stayed what 13-3
yeah,
for
yeah.
the majority of the game. Yeah,
First half,
They're the
yeah.
opposite of the
yeah.
Rams. The Rams want to score on you every as much as they can, right?
You see, hey,
The
Myers,
Eagles
real quick,
the Eagles
inside. You
want to
see how
get
he
a
did that?
lead. The Eagles want to get a lead and just sit on it.
Yeah,
The Rams want to get a lead and we want to double it. We
yeah,
want to double it. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's the perfect example I have, but they're just too conservative.
But
They're a conservative team.
so that works in the unison of the tape because we all question Jalen Hurts lightly. You say it's the whole thing in unison, which works out because I think it's like, hey, he don't want to do it. Cool, just keep it simple. Defense, that's cool because we hungry.
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
and we win.
And it's the receivers that are getting the short end of the stick,
Yeah.
but they win
AJ's
it.
in
You
there
know what
like a
I'm saying?
Black Panther. Y'all just gonna let this dude keep doing this? We ain't gonna unify? Man, come on. We should be getting the ball. Devontae, come over here. I'll give you some food. You know
But
I
you
don't
saw
eat
what happened
food.
when the Rams went up on them. They was like, all right, we got to open it up.
Yeah.
Let's go play. Let's go. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And
yeah.
they did.
Bucks. Because Baker was on it.
No, I'm saying
Oh, he's
Oh,
saying
before,
the
before,
game
before.
prior. Yeah,
When the Rams jump up on them, it
Got
made
you.
them open it up. You know what I'm
Got
yeah.
you.
saying?
Yes, yes.
And
My
then
bad.
everybody was like, "Oh, there's AJ Brown."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's
That's like
because you
last week.
got up on them and you
Yes.
didn't let them get up on you. You know what I'm
Got
saying? They
you.
couldn't play conservative no more.
Correct.
When you
Correct.
make them, get out of that, they get out of it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So until somebody beats them, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's a quandary because as long as it's almost, I hate keep going to him, but it's like everybody understands now. Hey, LeBron's got to be mentally tough because he takes all the hate. Jalen Hurts sees his stats. He knows what they are, and he walks out week after week saying, "Hey, you know what? This week I'm throwing for 80 yards. Oh well." You know what I'm saying? Scoreboard, homie. Scoreboard. And he walks out with like 5 women in power suits. And it's like everybody's cool with it.
right, right,
All
yeah.
right. Jacksonville Jags are coming up next week, which leads right into our division leaders segment. Uh, um, Man, I'm a little nervous. They've only played two teams. The Texans, who we don't know if they're good this year, despite their talent, and then San Francisco, who Cy just indicted Brock Purdy for his exact words before the show was he's trash, bro. He let that game roll down his leg. So before I get into that, Cy, you want to lead with what you think of the Jags, or if you want to go over the game because your Niners affiliation, you can do that too.
Okay, so the Jags, I think the Jags are a good team. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Trevor Lawrence isn't he hasn't hit the potential, he hasn't reached the potential like, he's supposed to. Yet he still can. Um he has flashes. They can be scary. You know what I'm saying? They can get good, but I don't think I watched the game and they should have lost that game to San Francisco because Brock Purdy was throwing the ball. Everything was sailing, bro. He probably should have sat out one more week. Everything was sailing. And the ones that didn't sail were getting tipped and picked at the line. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he was trying to let it fly, and it was just he was overthrowing.
Yeah.
It was a turnover fest for the Niners. And they still had the ball at the end of the game to win. That's why I'm like, okay, Jacksonville, you that 3-1's fooling us, bro. I think the Chiefs gonna I think they're gonna handle them.
Mark.
I think the Chiefs will win. I think it's going to be a good test for the Chiefs, more than I think the Ravens,
Because the
um,
defense.
because of the defense. Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I was going to say.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a better test for the Chiefs. Now, um, offensive wise, I don't know how y'all feel about the running back for the Jaguars, but
He's got his
he
burst back.
he can yeah. I definitely saw some. He got the little scat and the
He's
burst
got
back,
his burst
so
back. Yep.
he could pose some problems. If he gets around that edge, maybe I don't know, but I think it'll be a better game than last week. It's not
Right,
going to look like the
right.
Ravens Chiefs last. It's not going to look like that. I think it's
I may be too harsh on the Jaguars because the 49ers do have a good defense. Fred Warner, man, dude is everywhere, bro.
he
Like
is.
he's everywhere, and they're covering people. You know what I mean? So maybe I'm being harsh on the Jags. I think the Chiefs will win. But I do think it'll be a better game because they have a better defense, the
They
Jags,
got
and they
Eric
got the
Armstead.
and they'll run the ball. They do have Eric Armstead.
They will run the ball.
They do.
uh, for me, yeah, I feel confident in the sense of slaying the dragon with his head. I think Trevor Lawrence is unfortunately their issue. I never really had a problem with Travis Etienne. I mean, he's cool. I mean, old boy from Cincinnati. They're comparable. Who went to the Texans? He hasn't really played this
Uh,
year. It's escaping my mind.
um, um, um,
Yeah, you say it
Mix,
whenever you
not
get
mix,
to it.
not
But
mix.
yeah, I thought he was always cool. Sometimes he had 2 years of 3.9 yard average, but he had some versatility. He's not like he couldn't catch out the backfield. I do like. I think this is one of those teams, kind of like what the Eagles, kind of what the Chiefs mold showed. This is a very young team, and they've mixed in some vets with the. They got the young receivers, and they got a couple vets there. This defense, they got Ole Wakan, who's a fast linebacker from the Falcons, who hasn't panned out. They got Devin Lloyd there. They got a couple old Chiefs and Eric Murray, and everybody remembers Kalen Saunders running down
Yeah,
somebody like just 2 years ago in the playoffs for us before
yeah,
he left. So they are a veteran team mixed in. They still got Josh Hines Allen on one side. They still have Travis Hunter, Trayvon Walker's on this team. Another huge linebacker that came out a couple years ago. I think I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do against the Chiefs. I think this will be a nice test because, like you said, I think the Niners still have good defense. So if their offense was able to run the ball, that does make me nervous because although our run defense is okay, we said it week one. Um, Running back from the Ravens, Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's solid, but he's not shifty. This is
no,
not a guy who is
no.
elusive. So he's coming right at you. If you load the box, unless he gets a hole, you're really going to mute out what he does because he can't go sideways.
Mhm.
So I think this, yes, I agree. I think this will be about a 10-point game. I don't think we can necessarily blow them out unless Trevor Lawrence sweats the bed. But remember, he's got a high explosion rate. So this could get away from him. Moving on to the standings. Um, we've got the leaders out there. We just saw Green Bay. That's a loss from Green Bay. Yeah, I mean, they both kissed their sister. You get the tie, which is just the ultimate just yuck and poo. Even though it was exciting, you got 40 points up there. Green Bay just 3 weeks ago. This is why you don't run your mouth, young guys. You're talking about going undefeated. You got CeeDee Lamb out the game. You got Micah coming back. This was supposed to be Lambas to the slaughter. Instead, you walked out, you threw a nice jab in the mouth, you stood back styling, and they took a step forward.
Yep.
And the whole game, Green Bay got zero pressure. You had Dak. I mean, remember that little dance he be doing? His little hip that got everybody in the club faking a salsa. That is not a salsa, people. That is the Dak warm up. I've seen that in the club. Don't lie. I was lying. But anyway, but yeah, man, he was getting busy on him. So I really that did say, okay, Cowboys offense is for real. But more than anything, that let me know that Green Bay, man, you ain't ready. You ain't ready for the big time.
Not
So
yet.
definitely a
Yet,
playoff
not quite yet.
team. I don't think that bumps. the Cowboys up as far as playoff team, I think you just have to show up and say, hey, that they can put some points us on them. Hopefully, we can get a pass rush because they still don't have a true running game to me. And then we see where it goes. But I think that was a big indictment on Green Bay. Si, what do you
Yep.
think?
So the defense didn't hold up their end of the deal that night, but I think Dallas was pumped, bro. I think Dallas, this was like the Super Bowl for them. For Jerry Jones, it was. I know they heard all week about how he wanted this game. You know what I'm saying? And they were super happy with the tie. They just didn't want to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um,
that's what
I
I'm
think
saying. That was a win for them.
it was a win for them. I think Green Bay's defense will they'll I think they'll tighten back up. Man, they're down a lot of receivers, right?
True.
Green Bay, Green
Nothing I
Bay.
know of. Nothing I know of.
I didn't. I looked at the little thing to see what the problem was. I didn't see any
They was
receivers
just
out.
they was just out there prom dating it up.
Nah, nah, they're down. I think they're down two receivers.
But they've got all the receivers: Romeo
That's what
Dobbs,
I'm saying.
Matthew Golden, Tucker Kraft, Emmanuel Lewis, Dontavian Wicks, Luke Musgrave. I didn't even name. I'm not naming a couple guys who just ain't names. So to
Right,
me,
right,
if for me, Green Bay has got that luxury. Unless they lose a minimum of three receivers, I can't hear that they took injuries at receiver because you've got a running game. You've got Josh Jacobs there mixed with Emmanuel Lewis. Jordan Love is mobile. He is not a runner. He is mobile. So when I'm factoring, he's got two tight ends and three receivers at all times. He
right,
gets
right.
no breaks.
I'm just saying, like, because I think their injuries, they'll be coming back. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So the offense is just gonna be, who is it? Watson, Christian
Christian
Watson,
Watson. Christian Watson.
Oh, Christian Watson. Yeah.
Reed,
That's what I'm
Jaden
saying.
Reed.
But how the most you're gonna put out? I mean, you're. I don't see a lot of people running more than the four receiver set. I mean, if you
No,
spread somebody
no,
out, that's a running back, and usually somebody's going in motion. That doesn't usually. It can stay like that, but that's
right,
usually circumstances. But I'm saying
right.
you're adding to my take that their tackle box is loaded.
Nah, they're good. Their offense ain't the problem. Their defense was the problem
Yeah.
against
Oh,
against um against Cleveland last week.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they could have used a Watson trying to go over the top. They don't
Mm-hmm.
have a physical go over the top guy right now. You know what I mean?
No, but I think for me, I feel like Wicks isn't Wicks can run, but Dobbs can run, and he's kind of like old boy who just showed out in the Cowboys. He's more of one of those athletic jump dudes. And
Right,
Matthew
but
Golden can fly. Matthew Golden can fly.
I'm saying a big Watson's big.
Got you. Got you. Yeah,
You
yeah,
see
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
He's like 6'4", I think, or something like
he's
that.
your big, fast, like you know what I mean?
Boundary
Like he can,
receiver.
yeah,
mhm.
you know what
Yeah,
I mean. He demands that safety over the top.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I think I think they'll be fine. I just think they got a little ahead of themselves. You know what I'm saying? And this is probably a good wake up call for them these last couple weeks.
Maybe one of them emotion games. Myra.
Yeah. Yeah.
Defensively, they need to fix it. When you are that porous on defense, that at the end of the game, you risk almost losing the game
Bro.
because you don't want their offense back out there on the field.
Bro,
Because if they
yeah.
can just
Yeah.
score in 5 seconds on your D, then defensively they need to really fix it. That showed up. That's what stuck out to me. Like y'all, I was like, why are they trying to this? Okay, 3-2. This if it hadn't have bounced, if it had a bounced off somebody bobbled, you lose the game
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Who's
you
their
don't want to
corners?
put their
Who's the
offense
corners, bro?
back out there on the field.
For Green Bay.
Yeah,
For
man.
Green,
They
yeah, yeah, for Green Bay. You
who's
didn't
But
see into that game?
now hold on. That's gonna run into the same thing. That's gonna run into the same situation. Dallas's corners are name brand, but they're buns because of injuries.
yeah, yeah,
Like I said, there's some takes that I'm not willing to double down on. If I'm looking at one, hey, you got an ugly girlfriend, I got an ugly girlfriend. Don't be talking stuff to me. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because we living at
yeah,
the same thing. Real quick, Cy, we're gonna jump on the Steelers real quick because hey, we're gonna end up giving them the two true episodes. We at the 30-minute marker and we just started having fun.
We can win.
Mike Myrick reached for his preacher towel. Nobody noticed that, but he was just about to get. Look, hey, did you see him? Look, did you see him? Look for it. I got this dude convinced. So, what you got for the Steelers? I'll let you open up, and Myrick, you can go, and I'll give my take.
Okay.
So they're in first place, right?
Yep.
So okay, they're not like I can't see like oh they're a Super Bowl contender right now, but
Mhm.
bro they got the players that have been there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, now that he has DK to bully people out there, that helps a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I'm watching. It was a run play, and Juan Thornhill breaks through. It was like a 3rd and 1,
Mm-hmm. I
and he
remember it.
gets through there for a loss.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Thornhill. I was wondering where Thornhill was. I didn't know he's with Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I didn't either.
they have they got some guys in that secondary, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you
That's
got guys in your secondary and you can, rush the passer and do all that, this is something we gotta watch.
yeah.
I believe Pittsburgh is something we gotta watch, bro. Because if they start gaining momentum and some confidence, they may be a problem. They
Um,
may be the 2 seed, right? So they'll get what 2 home games in the
Yeah.
playoffs, if you know what I'm saying?
And they're
Because they
that
won.
I'm
team who, like you're saying, it's the defense that fears me. If that defense gets hot, the way Ramsey and some of them are playing, go ahead, Mark.
I'm now they have a very well, I'll say a very favorable schedule. Like I said, like was
Yeah.
like they're gonna they got the Browns, they have the Bengals, and then they have the
Ooh.
Packers. They
Yeah.
have no D.
So they
So
got 2 games in a row to get their weight up.
to get that, so yeah, so they could become a formidable foe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, see, like barring any injuries or anything like that, I think they could perform. I we I want to say I don't want to say laughed at them, but I didn't. I kind of wrote them off, and I was like, whatever. I will see. So now we're at the I'm past the we'll see, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch. I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch.
They got some confident guys, bro. My boy might be zesty out there on the corner, but he covering people, man.
Yeah.
Ramsey covering people, bro.
He,
So
he well he's big zesty though because he's like he looks zesty but he plays real aggressive.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think you know what? Right now, when I'm watching that offense, they're just a nice little. They're a nice little. It's not a switchblade. It's a knife. It's got everything in it. I don't have one. They gave us one. Come on, it's got all the
Oh,
stuff in it.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah,
Swiss Army knife.
they're a Swiss
Swiss
Army
Army
knife
knife.
because when I just look at Rodgers, I'm seeing the age, but he's crafty. He's smart. He's making the plays. They got Chris Gainwell, who I'm not gonna speak about what I needed to do, but that was a late switch out. I really anticipated them getting 3 backs rotation. They was able to put basically a receiving back out there, and that offense was still
He
clicking.
did work. He
Yeah,
did work.
it
He
looked
will did
good.
work that game.
DK
Yep.
and DK essentially was all first half. If anybody really noticed, that was almost all first half work. And then after that, everything kind of else opened up because when I look at it, just straight down the line, their receivers. It goes DK, Jalen Warren, Calvin Austin, Jonu Smith, Freermuth, Gaineswell, and Swarnick, and then another tight end. This is, I mean, when you think about what we were watching, Darnell Washington catching those 5 yard lumbering passes. When you look
Mhm.
at Calvin Austin dropping the ball, Swarnick, you saw him out there blocking, just throwing people around, missing penalties. Like I'm like, the offense is crafty and can do what they have to do to just nickel and dime you up the field. But that defense keeps putting you in bad spots, like I said, with the vets. Big plays. Like
Yeah.
that's the difference right
Yeah.
now. It's just big plays. Dude was running the ball, stripped it from him. And like we like it was like, what?
Yeah.
So I mean, and then he's down the field. So yeah, I think again, we're all not getting ahead of ourselves. Nobody's saying anything about Super Bowl, but definitely dangerous.
Yeah.
Definitely
Something to
can
watch.
beat you up.
Something to watch.
We're gonna jump away from the NFL. We know we're doing good. The standings are what they are. The rest of these 3-1 teams, especially NFC West, is at a log jam. So we'll let them beat themselves up and come back to it a couple weeks. Myrick, you and Cy got some random college football takes between the standings. Like I said, Cy's been on alert all week long from watching his receiver again. Look. And it hurts me because his last name is Robinson. But the deuce, every time I looked up in that game, I have one thing for that. And because I was watching that just for you in mind, I really wanted to call and I just wanted to hate him down. That's what type of friends we are, folks. That you got to keep it real with your friends. If you can't call your homie up and let him know, knowing he mad, knowing he's gonna keep looking, it's like, dude, I'm not answering this dude's text. He's really getting me. Hey, didn't I send pictures in there? I sent 2 pictures of that dude dropping the ball with no shame. I'm giggling. I ain't gonna lie, I was in tears seeing like, oh, he's gonna love this. Watch Deuce Robinson drop this ball. And I want to hear Cy be like, oh, well, it was this and it's that. But I'll let you go over your Florida State. But that was awesome. Myra, before you start your take,
Um,
I want
I'm not gonna. Huh?
before
Oh,
you start your take, I want Cy, incomplete. Go ahead, Myra.
Okay.
um, I'm not gonna put that game on one person. That was a true FSU loss, and I wrote some stuff down when I was after the game at in between Mr. Robinson's text messages. Um, Poor defensive performance, slow start, um, inconsistent tackling. I put
That wasn't
uh,
targeting, by the way. Myra, I'll
horrible
give you that. That
defensive
was
front.
not targeting.
Horrible defensive front. Um, I think they allowed like 400 some 40 yards. Just I was like, what is going on? Hey, suit me up. Let me get some. Let me get five. Let me get five.
Yeah.
But it wasn't on one person. That was the truth. I don't know what the mindset was, whether been coming into the game or what not. But it was an entire it was an FSU loss. It was I won't put that on one person. I don't put it on the quarterback, but there are some whispers of paper tiger. It just came out. It don't shoot the messenger, but it could be.
Castellanos.
No.
Hey, first of all, okay, Robinson, he balled out, right? He had some drops, but the dude makes some plays,
He
right?
did.
He
He did.
makes plays.
He did.
Um, I thought they should have went for two at the end of the game. Not even go to overtime. Go for two. Um, they got enough plays because they couldn't stop them. They
Yeah.
had a bad game plan.
Didn't they miss a field goal?
Yeah.
A
They
late
missed
field goal?
they missed a field goal. They kept going for the fake on the inside and letting the quarterback just
Yeah.
15 yards. I mean, every time. There nobody stayed at
Mhm,
home
mhm, mhm.
and he was getting the easiest 15, 20 yards every single time,
In
bro.
the red
Um,
zone. Only in the red zone, though.
bro, it was they overlooked them. They
Yeah.
overlooked Virginia, bro, and it came back to bite them. That
Fair
slow
deal.
start you talked about, it was like 14-0, right?
Yeah.
14-0, 14-0 lead. Yep.
Yeah.
So then finally we get it going. Now it's 21-14. But
Yeah.
if you come out with that same intensity, you might be up 28-0. You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying?
Agreed. Because to be
Yeah.
fair to your offense, y'all had 256 yards running yourself. And
Yeah.
everybody, like you had 3 dudes with over 60 yards. So yeah, I
Yeah.
want to give it to Florida State was not bad.
Now I'll tell you this. I won $600 on that game, so I was I
Ooh.
was I was mad, but I was happy. You know what I mean?
God.
So that was the silver lining from that game. But it was so disappointing, bro. It was so disappointing that he was so wide open in the end zone when he juggled that for 7 to 9 yards.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he actually the ball hit him a couple strides right into the end zone.
bro.
but it got away. And he caught it again. He caught the ball twice, and right when he was going out, it was almost like that one NFL play. It's escaping me, but the hands when them hands came off that last, I was like, oh, you had it. That last one wasn't even a true jump. You just seen it. It was just like he went to clap it.
Yeah,
But and
Yep.
I was like, dude, you out.
yeah,
I could like I'm telling I like you just popped out. I was like, that dude dropped that ball. That's
yeah.
crazy.
Well, I'll tell you this: they're gonna beat Miami this week.
Okay, okay, okay.
They're gonna beat Miami this week.
Handily?
No,
Okay.
You don't think so?
not handily, but I think they'll beat them.
All right, all right.
Hmm.
So that'll be a watch. Is that
Any
is that the night game?
I'm not sure. I'm
it
not
is,
sure.
yeah, 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
6:30. 6:30. What do you anybody in the standings stick out to you? Of course, I'll just run down the top five real quick. You got Ohio State, Oregon, Miami, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, and giving a shout out to all our local people. Missouri, who I reluctantly, because me and Myrick knows just missed out on their chance to at least be in the bottom looking to hunt to do something. Missouri is a nice 5-0 and looking quite scrappy. Uh, Sai, you want to double down, get a little gloating for, you
Yeah. The Tigers. Okay. The Tigers and my boy Ahmad Hardy. You can't tackle the dude. You can't tackle him, bro. Okay, they said he grew up on a farm with his grandpa. He rides horses. He rides bulls.
know.
He bales hay. This ain't a dude you want to be. And he lift weights.
Yeah,
He probably don't even need weights, but he lift them anyway.
yeah,
You can't tackle my boy, bro. It's what I mean. He's at 9 yards to carry that game,
yeah.
and that's like normal for him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, he's
So
seven on the season.
he is
Yeah.
seven on the season.
Seven on the
Yeah.
season.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's me joking around, but Missouri serious, and this is without the quarterback that they thought was going to be the starter. You know what I'm saying? He broke his leg or whatever in that first game, I think, and
Gotcha.
he was the real running threat.
Mm,
Even though this quarterback can run, he was the runner. You know what I'm saying? So they're tough. Besides that, Ohio State is real, Oregon's real, and besides those, I think it'll come down to those two.
okay. Mark, what you got?
Um, Ohio State looking like nobody can stop them. I think they have a true Heisman contender
Yep.
in Jeremiah Smith. So
Yep.
that's going to be my pick
Do you
for
have
Heisman.
do you have a sleeper? I want to talk just because I did. I don't know if everybody watched SEC. Clearly nobody's checking for Vandy, but they're down there. And I kept looking at that little scrappy dude, and I'm telling you, we've all seen it. We saw it with Manziel. We saw it with Bryce's big head. We have seen sometimes these little scrappy quarterbacks. He's kind of a tough dude. He'll take on some
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Does anybody think anything of Vandy? They are ranked 16th. Like I said, I don't know necessarily about Pavia being a Heisman contender, but the dude is leading them and he's leading the team in rushing, and he's got a 6 yard average.
We'll find out next week because they play Alabama.
That's what I was gonna say. Alabama, and Georgia will.
You'll get your wish.
Alabama, Georgia,
You'll
and
get
Ole
your
Miss
wish.
they're gonna throw some water on that fire.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
they
Okay.
saying?
got they have Alabama, LSU, Missouri.
So
Yeah.
so he
So you'll
showed
find out.
so he showed up in a low rider. By the end of the night, he's it's all busted. It's a jalopy. That's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Couple weeks is
And
about to he's gonna be put back in his place. He's little brother,
and
little
and,
brother.
and Missouri's waiting on that game because he beat Missouri last year by himself. So he if he gets through this stretch though, but I don't think he will. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. We're not gonna get on it too much. Just want to blip for what's coming up the next show. We're still gonna get back on the NFL. We got more college info coming up with the big games that we discussed. MLB playoffs, we will just give you who's winning series. We won't dive into that. We want to respect all sports. Zion's not fat. Myrick, you said you noted that AD is going to be this year's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the rest of his career. And as I said, LeBron is truly butthurt. He is coming into camp with some bad glutes. We don't know why that is, but he was seen at some puffy parties. We're not. I'm not. I'm not instigating anything. The Royals finished 2 games over 500. We will give them a little flowers. Maybe just quickly, hopefully, talk about is this going to be an ascent next year, or are we looking at just still 500? Which I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna lie. While the Chiefs are doing their thing, and you know some other college football's going on, as long as we're 500 and we're not crapping the bed, I'm cool with that. Anybody got any takes that they want before we go? Myrick, you got any takes before we head out?
Uh, go Fever. We never shout out the WNBA.
See, this is. Do you
Why
see what
not?
I'm talking about?
Why not?
Myrick, I'm gonna
Why
tell
not?
you.
Why
I'm gonna
not?
tell you right now. I got to give it to you. You are my man's pause. Like the random shit that you say. I have no idea why. I have no
Hey,
problem with
hey.
shouting out the W win. That's not even it. It's not of all of them. It's the Indiana Fever.
Yep.
Side Red Storm has been doing some stuff. Why don't you Kia Sandy? What you got?
We got some middle school trials coming out next week. We'll put it on our socials. I do want to say real quick, we ain't gonna talk about the GOAT. LeBron's butt hurt right now. We ain't talking about the GOAT right now. We'll leave him alone. Um, Derek Lively is 7'3".
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
He's Wait, you did
No, no,
that
no,
about
no,
the
no.
GOAT
Go
or
ahead, go
Derek?
ahead.
Okay,
Go,
the
go
GOAT.
ahead, go
Derek
ahead.
Lively is 7'3", bro. You got Derek Lively, Gafford, AD, Cooper Flag is 6'8". Bro, Dallas is gonna be something.
I agree.
Dallas is gonna
Ooh,
be.
I can't. Ooh. Well, we'll save our takes for. I can't wait till it start up because I am not a Cooper Flag fan. So
Hey,
You know what I mean? I'm telling you,
I
Byron
am
don't
not
play
a
with him.
Cooper Flag fan.
Byron don't play with him. Hey, I'm gonna give you a
You're not
warning.
gonna
I'm
make
gonna
me
give you a
believe.
warning. The first $1 million check you get, higher security. You gonna be out. Dude, man, and it's gonna be us. Like you would think it'd be, Ted or what I'm saying, you know, somebody like that coming up, Peter coming up to you. Nah, it's gonna be Raekwon. Hey man, you real hard with your text, kid. I know you switching hats and stuff like that. Nobody can see you changed up some glasses. I don't care about none of that stuff. You gonna watch how you talking about people.
hey,
Hey,
you said it ain't gonna be Tig.
it's not gonna be Ted. It's not gonna be Ted. It's not gonna be Tim. It's not gonna be Alan. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be Preston. None of them are gonna try it. They're gonna be excited. Like, man, that he's tough. He's tough on the brothers. Yeah, but you hear what he said about
Yeah,
Cooper Flag? Yeah, I knew Cooper Flag would be trash anyway.
yeah.
Cool, cool. But hey, this has been the Real Sports Brothers. Man, we've added about 5 more guys, 5 more subscriptions. We're coming up with things for you. NBA season's gonna be cracking. My guys, we ready for it. You guys love, peace, and nappiness. Holla.